a lot of people are going through endings of relationships or ending of our own behavior patterns. And right now, the energy is so intense. So if you're feeling exhausted or tired, or even just deep sense of grief because so much is happening and people are leaving or things are coming to an end, we'll explain what's going on right now in terms of your soul evolution and also what is the energetics, not only in this eclipse season, but actually ongoing, through end of 2025 onward to 26. I'm Rayania Cheyenne. I am a channel, a healer, a curious mind, and I am a heart harmonizer. I carry a certain frequency that is able to support people to open the heart and harmonize the resonance back into your own true essence. And so what I have noticed in many clients and even my own life right now is this desire to experience more freedom. And it's almost like there's an internal pressure to invite us to look at certain patterns of behavior and even unconscious belief that we are operating, for lifelong. And it's almost like we need to let that go. And whether it's a specific behavioral pattern, the way we make decisions, the way we connect to certain people, or even a specific relationship, not only romantically, but it could be friendship, it could be, with work, professional, and with family and loved ones. It's almost like we are being shown and, with a flashlight and heightened sense of like, is not resonating anymore. And it's almost like we suddenly having this desire to say, no, I'm done with playing small. I'm done with always feeling like I'm walking on eggshells when I'm around certain person, or it's, for me personally, I ended a personal relationship, and it's someone I admired to no end. And I think I admire her so much. It's almost like I wish I have what she has, the way she show up to serve others, her abilities, her gifts, and her teachings. And because I have been going through a lot of liberation, I have going through a lot of expansion and integration of more of my own oversoul, integrate my oversoul, that I suddenly see that I have been very dependent on her. And as much as I feel I have been nourished by this relationship, there's always a sense of not good enough and inadequacy. And there's always like, I need to, like, it's almost like I need to have her holding my hand in order for me to become better, to become true to myself, to awaken to bigger truth of who I am. And I realized that it is exactly this type of belief, right? It has to do more with me, the way I believe someone else holds the power to my wholeness. Someone else can make me feel stronger, true, and that in a way, I give my power away. And of course, once I took the action to end this relationship, there are different aspects of the person that I started to see and realize, wow, so this is, it's not 100% congruent to who the person proclaimed to be who they are, or who I believe her to be. And so, in a way, I believe a lot of people are certainly realizing and seeing a clear eye that you have been engaged in a perhaps narcissistic dynamic in the relationship. Perhaps you always, out of people pleasing and seeking safety and security, so you have been made yourself smaller, made your needs less a priority, because you feel you need to make this relationship work. So whether it's to a certain degree of narcissistic dynamics, it's almost like we start to see, no, this is not supporting me anymore. If I want to continue to grow, if I want to feel more empowered, more embodied in my own truth, because I have to hold my own certain belief in order to prioritize the other person's well-being, or the peace. And so a lot of this realization certainly come to a clear view, and it is daunting, to certainly realize someone or a certain relationship we believe that will last forever, or that has made us who we are today, that has supported us through a long period of time or a certain important stage of our life, is no longer valid, is no longer sustainable for my development, for my growth, for my evolution. And I feel this is taking place because we are in this time, and this energetic is that we are being confronted. We're being confronted to I wouldn't say lie, but it is sort of like, what worked until now can no longer work in the future, because our soul truly desires to become whole. And in order for us to evolve into the bigger level of our soul essence to come through, we do need to let go of things that have been keeping us small. It's almost like the relationship or the dynamic has served its purpose, right? It has served its purpose to this extent that we are able to see from a different perspective that, oh, I have grown up to this extent that I no longer resonate with such a discomfort of playing small, of walking on eggshells, and like I can no longer holding my tongue, my truth, because the other person doesn't believe in what I believe in. And so, it takes a lot of discernment, but it also takes a lot of courage for us to see, okay, this is the true dynamic. And so a lot of grief will come from that, right? Because it's I think human have a lot of emotions, especially for a thing that someone or something that we devoted, invested, or we spent so much time and feelings and emotions and efforts and love and care into. When the soul agreement comes to a completion, it's almost like come to the end, the edge of the growth. It really takes courage to let it go. And the human mind will want to have a lot of justification. What other people would think, what society would think, what my family and friends would think. But in the end of the day, it is your own well-being, your own evolution, it's your own growth, and it's your own happiness that matters the most. And so I share this with you, and know that you are certainly not alone on this journey of breaking free of the patterns and dynamics that have been holding you back. They have served beautiful soul growth, but it's just that in order for you to move on to the new chapter and the new cycle and the new earth, the new future, your soul and your higher self and your oversoul are all telling you this is not what you want to carry, because it is not in resonance. And whatever the operating principle of the new earth is that everything comes in resonance. If it's not your truth, it's going to drain you, it's going to wear you down, it's going to overwhelm you, it's going to just, this sense of exhaustion, the weightedness, the heaviness. And so yeah, in this window, by end of 2025, a lot of endings have going to take place. So do trust that you have what it takes. You have the courage within you that you can draw upon. And I do certainly hope you have people that you can fully trust or you resonate with that could support you, who have gone through a few steps ahead of you, who could truly hold the space, allowing you to process, to heal, because it is important not to just move on, but also not to drown yourself in the guilt and shame or, all this grief. It is normal to go through the grieving process, but it is not necessary to dwell and drown yourself in this stage. And it's new. I feel like right now it's new for many people. What we are going through onward on the soul level is new, and the human, it throws human off balance. It's almost like, oh, I thought, all of a sudden my life change 180 degrees. And so this is very important for us to receive support so that our human could recalibrate into the new sense of our soul embodiment. And so if you need support, you are welcome to book a session. I'll be happy to hold space for you to process and for you to really recalibrate and harmonize back to your true soul truth and essence and your desire and what you are, the path you are here to walk. And do know that you are not alone. You are never alone, even though in real life it could look like no one could understand what you are going through and no one could speak your language, or because you are, if you are listening to this video, you are I would say the pattern breakers. You are the paradigm shifter in your lineage. And so whatever decision you have been making and you are going to make will be the first one. And it will be the first one in your family and even beyond your ancestral line. And so because it is part of the ancestral healing that you chose and agreed to take on. And so honor yourself and remember, whatever you decide to do, your intention is to free yourself, is to welcome in more of the soul essence that you are. And you are here to truly remember why you chose to come here and who you really are. And not only the personality that you have been used to. And that's why identities that we are really being nudged to let go and dissolve a lot of identities that we have taken on, from our family, our society, and even ourselves, our life have formed in us because it's no longer resonating with who you are becoming. So I'm sending you so much courage. And know that you got this and you have support. You have all the support you need. And know that this is part of your natural evolution. This is your soul, your oversoul guiding you. And this is the path of less travel. But you are meant to walk on this, to trailblaze your own path, to create a life that is truly free. That is, you are free to create a life you experience the true connection and purpose and meaning and love that is not limiting. The love that is liberating, the love that comes with sense of belonging, like true belonging in every cell of your body, but not the belonging that you have to sacrifice, you have to play small, you have to withhold your voice and your expression. And so know that you are not alone, and do reach out if you need support, and we shall speak again very soon. Sending you so much love and many blessings.